Hey guys, welcome back to our vegan kitchen. I've got something very special for you today. This is the time of the year when it's my favorite fruit time, well, besides watermelon, blueberries.
Yay!
And here in the Hudson Valley, we are flush with blueberries. If you go hiking up here, there are blueberry bushes growing wild everywhere, including our backyard. But those aren't wild because we put them there. But I have always loved blueberries as a kid. I didn't really like strawberries all that much because I don't like all those seeds, but the seeds in the blueberries are really small and on the inside, and I like that. So they're really
good
cheap.
to know.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
I know. They're really cheap right now too. So
this is the time.
Let's make some cake. And this cake is, I'm going to say, you know, I usually hype things, but I don't have to hype this cake because it speaks for itself. So if you make it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
What's the name?
It is lemon blueberry cake.
Ooh.
And it is so moist. It's not some dry old brick. This is going to be amazing. You can have this with icing or without. I don't really think you need an icing because it stands on its own. So I'm just going to serve it as is. So let's get started. Just a few simple ingredients that you probably already have around the house. So we're going to start off with 3/4 of a cup of cane sugar. Yes, you can use coconut sugar, but I didn't want the cake to be poopy brown. I wanted it to be like that nice yellowy color, so I went with the cane sugar for today. We're also going to use a non-dairy milk. My husband picked this one up because it was on sale. I don't usually get the vanilla, but I'm sure that's probably all they had, so, you know.
You gotta take what you can get these days.
So we're going to do, I believe it's 3/4 of a cup of non-dairy milk. We're guesstimating. It's okay. It's all right. And then we're also going to be using a little bit of coconut oil. This is the butter flavor one. If you want to use vegan butter melted, that's fine too. Oh. Sometimes these are hard to get open, especially when the outside of the jar is a little oily. Oh my. Ooh, I'm not going to lie. That was a struggle.
You're going to have to put the rubber band on the bottom, too.
Yeah. You know what happens sometimes in the summertime when this melts and like reconstitutes, it kind of messes with the pressure in the jar. So just be warned. That's a lot. Oh, thank you, oven. My oven just let me know that it's ready to accept whatever I have to put in it. It's preheated to 350 degrees. All right, so we're only going to use 3 tablespoons of the coconut oil. So that's about 3/4 of the way of 1/4 cup measure. 3 tablespoons. And we're going to use a full 1/4 cup measure of lemon juice. If you've got, what is that called? The skin of the lemon?
Rinds?
Yeah, but they call it something else.
Zest?
Yeah. Some chef I am. Yeah, if you've got some zest, you might want to throw that in for extra flavor.
I don't usually mess with the zest.
No, we don't. I don't really like biting down on like those little pieces of zest. It doesn't do it for me, but if it's for you, you know what? Throw in like a teaspoon of it. We're also going to put in a splash of vanilla. About a teaspoon. And secret ingredient, non-dairy yogurt. So this is vanilla, coconut yogurt. You can use oat milk yogurt. You can use almond milk yogurt. I wish I could, but I can't because I cannot deal with almonds or tree nuts. So we're going to put in 2 cups of this. So it's about, let's see, 11 ounces. This is going to make the cake so moist, and by putting in this yogurt, it's allowed us to cut down on the oil in it. It's just going to be so good. And after we get the yogurt in, it's going to be smooth sailing because all we have to do is add the flour and the leavening, and we're ready to put it in the pan.
Mix that baby up.
That's right. And obviously the blueberries, but we're going to do those in a special way. All right, so let's get this mixed up.
It smells so good already.
Right? The lemon really does it for me. All right, we're ready to put in our flour. 2 cups of flour, nothing special. I'm just using regular flour, all-purpose. So what I like to do when I do wet and dry like this and it has like baking powder in it, I like to put the flour on top so that I don't have to dirty another bowl. And then I've got my pinch of salt, baking powder, and baking soda in here. And I like to just sprinkle it like this so that it's not all in one clump. And then try and incorporate it a little bit before it gets to the wet ingredients. And that should preserve as much of the lift as possible. So we're just going to give this a quick mix. We don't want to over mix this because this isn't gluten-free. It's regular flour. So the more you mix it, the more chance you have to make it tough. And we don't want this to be tough. We want it to be light and springy. So it's like muffin rules. You just want to mix it enough until it comes together. If you've got a few clumps in there, don't worry about it too much. It's going to work itself out in the baking. But try and get most of the clumps out. Now we're ready to put it in the pan. We're not doing this in a loaf pan. We're doing this in an 8x8. Why won't you spray? There we go. We're just going to give it a little spritz because I don't want this sticking to the pan. It is a glass pan. If you have a Teflon pan or a non-stick pan, you don't have to use the spray. So I like to put in about 1/3 to 1/2 of the batter. Like that. And then I like to sprinkle like 1/2 of my blueberries on here so that we get good blueberry distribution. I know a lot of places recommend putting flour on your blueberries so that they don't sink to the bottom. I don't find that that works too well. I like to know exactly where my children are.
Is it 10 p.m.?
Not yet. So then we put the rest of the batter on the top. Alright, we're going to smooth it out as best we can. I always like to go a little higher on the sides because you know the middle is going to raise the most. It's going to rise up the most.
Mm-hmm. Hamilton.
That's right. How good was that?
Oh, amazing.
Treasure. Treasure for all time. Then the rest of the blueberries just go on the top. And no, I'm not touching them with
I was going to say, leave that finger out.
Alright, that's pretty good. Looks good. Alright, we're going to pop this in the oven for 40 minutes at 350. And then we'll meet right back here. Alright, there we go. It's been sitting for what, like about an hour?
A little while.
It came out?
Yeah.
Still a little bit warm. The thing about this is it's delicious, either warm or cold.
Oh, it smells so good.
So moist, but it holds together really well, and it's not like pudgy moist, you know?
Right.
Like, what do they call
Stodgy.
it? Stodgy.
Yeah.
Yes.
This looks beautiful. Like the texture of it.
Right.
I don't know if you guys can see that. If it's
Let's
focused.
see. Yeah.
Looks gorgeous.
It's like a sponge cake almost.
It just smells so good.
The lemon and the blueberry play off each other so well in that.
Wow.
Perfect for a social distance brunch.
Wow.
Or a breakfast because it's not too sweet so that your stomach will feel sick after eating it.
That is...
It's heaven, right?
A revelation. It's really good. Oh my god. The taste, the texture... Wow.
Sometimes when you make something, you just say, whoa.
Now I know why you were raving about this other day.
And I definitely did after I made that. I was like, this is something special.
My gosh.
So I hope you guys try this because I'm not tooting my own horn. She is.
I am. That is really, really good.
Well, I hope
so
you enjoy.
Easy too.
Yeah, and you don't need an icing with that. That's perfect just as is.
I wouldn't put an icing on that.
It's a lovely spring summer cake.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Enjoy.
Thank you. I hope you guys do too. Let us know if you give it a try, which I think you should.
Yes.
And
smash the like button.
If you're not already subscribed, why not subscribe?
It's free.
Yeah. So we'll see you all next time, and until then, much love.